Millions of married couples lose thousands in Social Security, all because of one benefit they never understood. It is called the spousal benefit, and it can add hundreds of dollars to your monthly check. Yet most couples claim it at the wrong time, or never realize they even qualify. Here is the part that shocks people. A spouse who never worked can still get a check. By the end, you will know exactly how it works and how to claim the most. And one simple rule could mean a far bigger combined income for the rest of your lives. The spousal benefit is one of the most misunderstood parts of all of Social Security. In plain English, it lets one spouse claim a benefit based on the other one's work record. It was built for couples where one partner earned far more than the other did. Think of a stay-at-home parent, or a spouse who only worked part-time for years. We will cover what it is, who qualifies, and the timing that decides your amount. Get these right, and you could claim thousands of extra dollars over your retirement. So let us start with the simplest question. What exactly is a spousal benefit? It is a monthly check based on your husband or wife's earnings, not on your own. The most you can ever receive is 1/2 of their full retirement benefit. That full benefit is the amount your spouse would get at their full retirement age. So if your spouse's full benefit is $2,000, your spousal could be $1,000. Half of their benefit is the ceiling, and that single number anchors everything. It was designed for the spouse with little or no work history of their own. And here is the key rule. You get your own benefit or the spousal one, whichever is higher. You do not get both of them added together. Social Security simply pays the larger amount. So even a lifelong homemaker can receive a real monthly Social Security check. Now, who actually qualifies for a spousal benefit? The rules are clearer than you think. First, you generally must be at least 62 years old to claim it. Second, you must have been married to your spouse for at least 1 full year. Third, and this trips up many couples, your spouse must already have filed for their benefit. You cannot collect a spousal benefit until the higher earner has claimed their own. There is one more piece, called deemed filing, that surprises a lot of people. If you were born after a certain date, you cannot take just the spousal benefit alone. When you file, Social Security pays your own benefit first and then tops it up. If half of your spouse's benefit is more than your own, you receive the difference. So your check rises up to that 50% mark, but never higher by stacking. Let us put those rules in one simple place before we talk about timing. Once you know you qualify, the next question is the one that truly moves the money. Here is where most couples accidentally shrink their own checks for the rest of their lives. That 50% figure only applies if you wait until your own full retirement age. For most people retiring today, that full retirement age is 67. Claim your spousal benefit even 1 month early, and it is permanently reduced. That reduction is locked in. It does not bounce back when you get older. If you claim at 62, the earliest age, you lock in a much smaller amount. Instead of 50% of your spouse's benefit, you would get only about 32. That is a big cut, just for claiming 5 years too soon. And that smaller check follows you every single month for the rest of your life. Now here's a twist that works the other way, and almost nobody knows it. Your own benefit keeps growing if you delay past full retirement age, all the way to 70. But the spousal benefit does not. It never grows past your full retirement age. So there is simply no reason to delay a spousal benefit beyond that point. Waiting longer earns you nothing extra. You only lose months of checks you could have had. The sweet spot for a pure spousal benefit is almost always your full retirement age. Let us make all of this real with a simple, common example. Picture a married couple, David and Linda, sitting down to plan their retirement. David worked full-time, so his own full benefit is $2,400 a month. Linda raised their family and worked part-time, so her own benefit is just $700. Half of David's full benefit comes out to $1,200. Because that is far higher than her own $700, Linda can claim a spousal top-up. Social Security pays her own $700 first, then adds $500 more on top. That brings Linda up to the full $1,200 every month. That is an extra $500 every month, simply for understanding this rule. But remember, this only works at her full retirement age of 67. If Linda had claimed at 62 instead, that check would be cut sharply. Her $1,200 would drop to around $780 a month. Same marriage, same record, yet the timing alone changes her income for decades. That one decision, claiming early or on time, is worth tens of thousands over a retirement. So before anyone files, the timing of the spousal benefit deserves real thought. Now, what if you are divorced? You may still have a powerful benefit waiting for you. If your marriage lasted at least 10 years, you can claim on your former spouse's record. 10 years of marriage is the line, and it surprises many people who divorced long ago. You must be currently unmarried and at least 62 years old to do it. And here is the relief. Your ex is never notified and their benefit is not touched. If you divorced at least 2 years ago, your ex does not even need to have filed. It will not reduce what they receive or what their current spouse receives at all. For many divorced women especially, this is money they never knew was theirs. Now let's cover the costly mistakes that quietly drain couples every single year. The biggest one is claiming the spousal benefit early, out of fear or impatience. That single choice can permanently cut hundreds of dollars from every future check. The second mistake is assuming you can collect your own and the spousal benefit in full. Social Security pays you the higher of the two, never both stacked on top of each other. The third mistake is the higher earner claiming too soon, which hurts the survivor benefit. That matters because one spouse will eventually be left living on a single check. When the higher earner waits, both their check and that future survivor benefit grow. So what should you and your spouse actually do with everything we have covered? Start by treating Social Security as one team decision, not as two separate ones. Look at both of your benefit amounts side by side before anyone signs a thing. Often the smartest move is for the lower earner to take the spousal benefit at full age. Meanwhile, the higher earner delays growing both their check and the future survivor benefit. You can see both of your real numbers for free at the official government website. Create a My Social Security account and it shows you benefit at every claiming age. A short conversation now, with the real figures in front of you, can be worth thousands. And if your situation is complex, a fee-only advisor can run the numbers with you. Knowledge turns a confusing system into one simple, confident decision. You worked and built a life together, so claim the benefits you both truly earned. That is the whole point of understanding the spousal benefit before you file. So let us bring the spousal benefit together in plain and simple words. A spouse can receive up to 1/2 of the higher earner's full retirement benefit. Claim it at your full retirement age, never early, and never bother to delay it further. Divorced after 10 years of marriage, you may still claim on your former spouse's record. And always coordinate as a couple and check your real numbers before anyone files. Plan it together, and this one decision can quietly add thousands to your retirement. If this finally made the spousal benefit click, you are exactly who this channel is for. Subscribe for simple, honest money guidance built for life after 60. Share it with a couple you love, because this one decision is worth getting right.